On this video, on this quick build car, we're going to cover the brake lines in this ABS module right here. So I have these labeled, I followed them out. You can see the back top left-hand side one says rear, and then you got the passenger side front, driver side front, and then the next one in the back row is the rear on the right-hand side at the top. The other two lines with the X's we will completely get rid of. That's the ones that go to your master cylinder. On this master cylinder, we'll get rid of those two. So I'm gonna hand the phone off, and I'm gonna have we're gonna go through this and knock this out. So I've already went through and heated up these brake lines and put PB Blaster on them and got them broke free. So that's half this battle. But what I do, you see the needle nose? I don't know what I did with my needle nose. Here, I got them. They're right here laying on this. So what I do, you can zoom in if you want. What I do is I squeeze this right here and I'll work this line back and forth. You know, if this is your everyday driver, these wouldn't come loose, but where they're a derby car and it don't really matter, they come right loose. If it was a driver, it wouldn't. So go ahead and get these two here out of the way. These don't matter. These are getting tossed out. You will lose some brake fluid here, so bear with me. I wanted you guys to actually see. You'll notice on the master cylinder that there's one line that has a bigger fitting and one that don't, that's smaller. So to explain this a little bit more while we're at it, I run one driver side front and I run one brake line to the back. You can see right there how two brake lines go to the back, one for each side, and then you got two brake lines here that split off. You got one here and one here that split off and go to the passenger side, and one rubs right down to the driver's side right there. So what we'll end up running when we do this is one driver side and one rear, because when you weld the rear end up, you'll have, you know, it'll be one brake holding back both sides. So depending on which one of your rears, if you had one that twisted off and didn't want to come loose, if you had one that twisted right here and didn't want to come loose, you could take and, you know, you could run the other one, because once you weld the rear end up, it's going to hold. So we'll go ahead and get these out of the way here. Like I said, I've already heated these up and used PB Blaster on them and got them broke free. A lot of times they want to twist off right at the top. I'm sorry, be patient. I've not taken these all the way out of here yet. I just made sure I got them loose. So you can see here where these two go. I'm gonna bend these up here for a minute, keep the fluid in the reservoir. So we're wanting to keep the driver's side one and one of the rears. So just depending on which one on the rear you want to keep, which one don't twist off on you right here, you'll bend it back around and put it right back into one of these. So we're gonna take and fight this all the way out of here. getting stiff on me. Hopefully don't twist it off. So that one there came loose, so that's in this clip here. That one there actually goes to the passenger side. I looked that up wrong. I followed that wrong. So that one there is actually the passenger side one. Go ahead and pop these clips off here so I can tell what I got going on. So this one here is a driver's side one, so I want this one for sure. I always run a driver's side brake only on the front on a 9802 because you have to grind the calipers or switch it all out. Also, if you lose steering, you can plow the brake and it will steer. It'll always turn to the right. So, same backing up. You can plow the brake and it straighten it back up and you can go back forward. I run one brake on the front on the driver's side. So this line here, we can bend it back around. And it should go into this one. It's not this one, it's the back one. I'm gonna go ahead and get these out of the way though. It's gonna leak brake fluid, but that's okay. I'm gonna get these out of the way. This one here is gonna try to twist off. That's what usually happens. A bunch of them usually try this. So this line here will go right back into the master cylinder here. I'm building this car for somebody, so I am gonna leave those other two brake lines going. I'm just gonna pull them up out of the way in case they do want to put some type of splitter or something in there and run them. I'm just doing this how I do it and showing you guys. So these two lines right here, I had them mislabeled. Both of these right here are gonna be the rear. So it's actually gonna be passenger side, driver side, rear. On this. My hands are slippery from this brake fluid. I hate the feel of brake fluid, but gotta do it. I also try to run the driver's side rear brake just because it's on the driver's side, and a lot of people don't really go after that wheel unless you're sitting, you know, or whatnot. So, and I believe where they go down the frame, it's the one that's closest to the driver's side that leads over to the driver's side rear wheel. So, if I remember right. It'll fight me the whole way. But this line here should fold up and plug right back into that other port that we just took the other line out of. And once again, you just fold it up and around. So both of those are tight. You can maneuver this around however you like it, but we'll go ahead and remove this one, get it out of the way. Like I said, I am going to leave these bent back just in case the person that I'm building this car for wants to run both front brakes, or maybe they want to run both back brakes and take all the front brakes off. Everybody does different things, depends on your wheel setup. I try to run just one driver's side front brake like we had talked about, to where if I do lose steering, I can push the brake pedal hard as I can, you know, and steer the car by using just one driver's side front brake. So once these are out of the way, you can just bend these up out of the way. Right now I'm just going to tuck them right here for now. But the next step is this can come out. I've already got these loosened up. Once you take this out of the way, one thing I do want to talk about is this bracket. I leave this bracket on there. What I do is I'll cut it like straight up through here with a grinder, and cut it over here with a grinder somewhere. Cut this tab right here off, and I fold it down on top of the frame just as another support piece right here, and then just weld it back with it sitting up on top of the frame. I bend this piece down, bend this piece down, bend this piece down on top of it, and then just weld the pieces together right there. So I figured this would be something that we could talk about, this ABS module, and try to reroute these brake lines. I know I see a lot of people asking questions on what to do with that box. So I hope this helps.